I need an egg for a cake. So, you know, here I am. Hello? May I have an egg, please? Please? Now! 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 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was so close to being good. Oh, you! Oh, God. Oh, man. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Is that good? We Gucci fam. 1, 2, 3. Egg. Sugar, sugar, wheat. Yes. I'm feeling like... Oops. I feel like I wish I had some pressure plates on these doors. That would be very nice. And I would just kind of have to like... I mean, what I could do, I guess, is just maybe expand it this way a couple blocks. That's something for later. I'm just here to grab some candles. That's what I need. Ooh. Wonder why this one has so much. I'm kind of realizing though that I need string for candles. My mob farm doesn't do spiders, they don't spawn there. So I guess I could go look for like a mine shaft and get all the cobwebs. I don't know, man. I think I'll just stay out at night and just, you know, kill spiders. Okay, farmed all night. This is how much string I got from one night. Now I'm just collecting wool for the banners. And the banners are for the dining room, which I may have shown on camera but wasn't supposed to. I think I'll show that next because I'm really close to done. I just have these banners to finish up. Alright guys, I've finished up the dining room. Here it is. We got... Oh, wait a second. Hold up. I actually forgot about the chairs. Okay, I think we're actually done now. We've got... Well... We got paintings and... I've got candles for lighting on these trapdoors. Then we've got some plants. On the table we've got some plants as well. Some candles. This is supposed to be like a cake. And then this is a cake. Yeah. And we got this pressure plate here on the main throne, so if you sit here, this happens. That's pretty neat. And then if you get off, same thing in reverse. And then we got our 3 fireplaces. And that is about it, I believe. So yeah, I mean, I guess we can look at the view. You can see the apiary there, the stables, and then just the tiniest, teeny tiny little corner of the greenhouse. And then I guess that's just the hill behind our little fish pond. You can see our bamboo forest right there, as well as the 2 holes in the ground of our chickens and horses. And then out here we have a nice little, well, I would say we have a nice oceanside view, but it's kind of not really. Maybe on the top floor we'll have a nice ocean view. So I think that pretty much concludes this room. We got this nice little like detail where this lighting feature is kind of like hanging there. Oh, yeah. Kind of like see up into there. So yeah, that's the dining room. I don't really have anything else to say about that. I guess next I should probably work on the kitchen. This one's still in planning phases though, so it's a little bit more like intimidating, I guess, or overwhelming maybe. I don't really know what to do in here. I mean, obviously there's like sinks, kitchen counters, ovens. Hopefully it won't be that hard to whip something up. I guess I could say one fun fact about this room. This was pretty much... I think the kitchen was where I started, but this is pretty much the first room I built. Like, yeah, I started with the kitchen because I'm pretty sure I started with this thing. I think. But I actually might have literally started with this room. I think that was actually like 2 or 3 months ago. So it's kind of hard to remember. But yeah, this was like one of the first things I did. Everything just kind of like built off of this. Via this way, you know. So yeah, that's kind of how everything came to be. So I was kind of thinking something like maybe this or this for the ovens. I kind of like the slabs being flush with the stairs. I kind of like the lower one more, because I feel like the space looks too big here for like an oven opening. So yeah, I'd probably go with this style. I'm not sure if I should... what kind of brick I should use though. Let's just see. What all do we have stairs for? I think these are kind of like the options. Actually, maybe I should look slabs up. Stone brick is probably going to be a no. I was kind of thinking maybe like polished black stone brick might work in here. Or this. Maybe I'll just make one up and see if they work. Alright, we got 3 options here. I'm kind of getting more of like a coke oven type of feel from these instead of like food. I do like how with this one you can throw in some cracked bricks, and also I think this one matches this. It's like the same type, so that's nice. This one, like I said, this is like, feels like it'd be an industrial furnace or something. Yeah. This one's alright. I feel like this one feels a little too primitive, maybe. Maybe let's check this one out. If we lower this. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I should do my thinking off camera. Okay, I made a couple more. This one's alright. I think this one might be my favorite. I don't know why, it just looks like the hottest, I guess. And it kind of makes me think of food, this color. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of like kidney beans for some reason. As far as which one looks the most like realistic, or like, I just want it, like when you look at it, I want you to think oven. I feel like this one kind of says oven to me. I don't know. This one I'm like, who knows? This could be like a pottery kiln or something. I could see this being in like a freaking, I don't know, something about this one, I can just see it being in like a rail yard for trains. I don't know, it just seems kind of industrially. I don't love this one, but maybe this one actually makes the most sense. I feel like I'm gonna go with this though. I think I should start planning the layout of the kitchen. I'm thinking probably want to have 2 ovens, maybe 3. Maybe we could have like a wall with 3 ovens. And they could all just be kind of like next to each other. I wonder if they would look better with a 1 gap between them. And then I also have to wonder about, like, you know, which side do I want them on? And, like, I gotta start thinking about the type of wood. Or it doesn't have to be wood, I guess, but, like, the counters and stuff. I gotta start, you know, thinking about all that. Dude, this zombie's like, can you go away? Yes, thank you. Have a nice day. Gotta think about the color scheme a little bit, I think. I mean, maybe I could do spruce wood in here just to differentiate it a little bit from the walls and stuff. It'd match this too, I guess. If that's something anyone cares about, I don't know. It's probably not the greatest idea to actually be planning the layout in here, because this is different in the real world. It's got this like little part right here. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, I could shove the ovens in this corner maybe? Like there and there. And then I wonder if I can make something that looks like a stove, like with ranges on it. That seems a little tough. Maybe I can have like a metal block, like an iron block, with a what do you call those? It's like you hang stuff on them. Oh my god, what? It's gotta be under this, right? Item frame, that's it. And look, we just found it, yeah. I'll try to whip up a stove and then show you if I come up with something. Kind of liking these ovens here with the smoker, or actually no, the blast furnace on the front. I think it looks better on this one than this one though, with the blast furnace. Maybe I'll have one of each, I don't know. Could be cool. Not really having a lot of luck with the item frames because, like, let's say I want to put down a heavy weighted pressure plate. It's gonna go in like sideways. You know, it's not like flat, which is what I was hoping for. This actually might work as an oven. Like, here, I'll show you. Okay, let's say this is the island in the kitchen. Maybe I'll do like granite countertops or something. Does this look like a stove? I mean, I feel like it's pretty much as close as you're gonna get in this game. Now here's, I guess it's kind of cool how like the corners match up with the wood. So it kind of looks like built in. It's just unfortunate that, I don't know, like it seems kind of weird to have stove on wood. It seems like dangerous. Right? Like, wouldn't you want a stone countertop? Let's try a couple, maybe. See how these look. I feel like it's not great. This feels very, like, thick. I feel like it should be more like this, you know, but then the side's not getting covered up. Maybe that's okay. Maybe I could have, I don't know, do we have any trapdoors that would work for this? Not really. Maybe if I went with the wood, then I could do that. But we need a redstone to make this work. Yeah. Kind of leaning towards like this now. Let's see how it looks if we do it like this. Honestly, that might be just decent on its own, even without trapdoors. Definitely has to be spruce. I kind of like that. I'm still not in love with the... Well, maybe if we just do this, it would look better. I'm liking this. For a little island. Yeah, I think this is nice. I kind of wanted the ovens on this side. I don't I don't know why. I guess it would be better too, because then you'd have a more unobstructed view where you actually have a view. You know what I mean? Because over here all you see is the, you know, the backyard, which isn't much. So I'm kind of leaning towards this one. Oops. Someone is opening the doors and I'm scared. Yes, I was right to be scared. You know, now that I think of it, this stand mixer. Oh yeah, by the way, I was thinking these could be like oven doors on the sides and on this side. But like the stand mixer, it should probably be like up, right? I don't know why I did that. Didn't need to destroy that. Oh, it's so tall now. Yuck. And then I kind of want to put the garbage disposal somewhere else. Like here. Then maybe I put the cutting board over here, like this. Okay. And one of these. Get a cauldron. I think that looks more like a sand mixer. It's just so freaking tall. That's the only issue. But who cares? I could try the minecart again now that it's up here. Every time I try to take a screenshot. Minecraft, what am I doing? Minecart, rail. Okay. I kind of like that. It matches the mixer better. Should I keep the rail or get rid of the rail? Probably doesn't matter. Okay, I've been saved by glass. Although I guess I could have just built it right here and here. That'd probably make more sense. Well, actually, maybe not, because we want the view when we're washing our hands. So, yeah, I think this is pretty much how the kitchen's gonna look. We got our cutting board and our knife, our sideways opening garbage disposal. We got 2 stoves. Maybe I should put another pot on. That one's boiling water for spaghetti, of course. Then we got a sink on the island. Don't know if we really need that, but hey. Got the stand mixer. We have the pantry. And this is pretty much the only place you can put the pantry, like shelves, because this is the only spot with no windows. Maybe I could do it like this. Extend it a little bit. It's possible. Kind of like that. Here's the mock-up I did for one of the maids' rooms. Or staff rooms, I guess you would say. But then over here I changed the width of this hallway to match the other hallways, so that means these are going to be further back. The rooms are going to be about this big. Originally I wanted to do this like colorful wall, but I think I'm just gonna do solid colors. I also like doing this for the bed, but because I want villagers to live here, I don't know if I should do it like that. Although, I guess I could make the villagers live in the soldier dorms downstairs and put normal beds in there. I guess I could also put normal beds in here and, like, I could have fancier beds upstairs, up here in the guest bedrooms. Ooh, I'm sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. See here, we got the fancy beds. The only problem with that is, like, if we have the villagers all living down here, you know, it's like, will we ever even see them upstairs? You know what I mean? So I'm thinking probably the maid rooms, or the staff rooms and the guard rooms will both have to have normal beds, I think. Just for the sake of liveliness. Also, I kind of want to remake my iron farm because it doesn't work anymore, but I don't know why it doesn't work. It's the problem. So if I just remake it in the same spot, I don't see why it would work. I feel like it might have something to do with the sheep farm. This is what it looked like before I had the farm. I didn't have that huge pit there. I guess I probably said that already in this video way back when, didn't I? It's hard to know because I haven't edited anything. I just have months of footage. But yeah, I think it's my huge sheep farm might have something to do with why iron golems aren't spawning anymore. It might also be because I killed a bunch of villagers, so now it's not like technically a village. But I thought you only needed 3 villagers for it to work, so I'm not really sure why it doesn't work. Which means rebuilding it is probably not going to work either. I might just like slaughter most of my sheep and then see if it works again, maybe. Alright, I made a gatehouse in the front. So I think it looks pretty good at the top. I don't know if I need to like build this hill up a little bit more. I'm not sure how I like this part. This thing reminds me of those German grenades from like World War I or whatever, or maybe World War II, that were on a stick. So it's just like a long stick with the explosive on the end. They were called a caber or something like that, maybe? Or maybe that's... I mean, I think that's what they're called. Remembering that from Team Fortress 2. I think it looks good up here. Yeah, it's good enough. When you walk in here, you got the gates, and then if we come up from the wall, it's gonna be like, we got windows with, I think they're called meticulations or something like that. We got those all over here so we can shoot stuff below us and out here. The windows are also kind of long, which I feel like that helps to keep that helps keep enemy fire out of the castle, I think, because if they're shooting from the side, it's not going to go in, it's just going to hit the side instead of like going in like this. Like you could get an angled shot if it was open. Yeah, I mean, not that it matters, this is all just decorative really. Just like everything in Minecraft. And then you can come up the stairs and we're on the top. The path is 2 blocks, so it's not odd, so I couldn't make these things equally spaced, so I decided to put a little, like, it's kind of like one of those like boiling tar traps, except with lava, and it doesn't work. I mean, I could put it in a dispenser, which then it would work, I guess. I think like a lava bucket in a dispenser would work, I think, but it doesn't really need to work, is the thing. Plus, if you did that, it wouldn't look like, you wouldn't even be able to tell what it was just by looking at it, which is kind of more important than actually being useful, I think. And then I got all these walls, so they all line up with, like, you know, these things. That's pretty much what I was paying attention to while I was making this, was making sure everything is spaced out so these things will work. And then I guess from here you would just kind of extend this path out this way, like so. And then out here you can maybe, I'm kind of thinking of putting like the shooting range thing I was talking about out here, just because we have so much room out here, and it would be something to have, you know. Right here I'm thinking about putting the iron part on this side too, so you can kind of see out the wall from there. You got something to say? That's what I thought. So yeah, this is pretty much all planned out and I can just build it now. Also, I think I forgot to do those 2 chimneys in the real world. So I'm just gonna like figure out where they are, write it down in Notepad, and then can go make it happen. I just noticed something really weird. I'll turn my sound up for this. Okay, it sounds like I'm running on wood when I'm on the carpet. But when I jump, it instead of nothing, because I'm going through the air, it sounds like I'm walking on carpet. Yeah, that's a little wonky. I think as soon as I'm done with my castle, I'm gonna kill all these sheep. Well, not all of them, but almost all of them. And then I'll see if it fixes the iron farm. Okay, I got my beams set up, and I put pressure plates all over them too. So next I gotta do the little catwalk. I also did the closet in here. I'll show that too while I'm at it. The only thing I have left in here is like some banners around there. I gotta dye some sheep black first. I have my closet here. The only thing I need to do, a lantern in here, and I gotta put some fashionable armor on these guys. Alright, got my black sheep. Oh no. I try to keep the sheep out of these places because that happens. It's like a little traffic jam. And they can't eat grass in there because it has a wood floor, so they don't grow back. So yeah, see you back at my bedroom. I'm removing this tree because apparently I don't have any spruce saplings. So goodbye, tree. We'll miss you. Can I get some? Oh, here we go. Well, really, I need 4. I don't seem to be getting 4. Come on. There's another one. Okay. One more. No. I only got 2. Guess I have to grow these. Chop them down for more. I don't think this tree could have had less leaves if it tried. Oh man. Imagine I just get none back. From both trees. Well then. Surely you won't screw me over too. Oh man. I accidentally microplaned my thumb earlier. It's kind of itching now. Oh, looks like we got 4. Mission accomplished. So I set this up over here before to restrain the podzol. Yeah, if you're wondering why I'm going for spruce trees, it's because that catwalk above the main lobby is all spruce. So I'm probably going to cut down 2 or 3 of these, and then I can go finish up my castle. If I finish up my castle, I mean finish up that one part of it. We still have the guest rooms, the staff rooms, and the guard rooms. That's probably what I'm looking forward to doing the least, because it's just so tedious. Oh, how can a tiny tree give me 7 and a big tree gave me none? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Dang it. Let me... No. Yep, this game officially sucks. Have you figured out what my record key is yet? So, I just got an enclosure for my second SSD in the mail, and then I tried putting a USB Type-C into, I guess, a USB 3.1. Like, obviously wasn't gonna fit, but I was just like, I just touched it, and my computer just turned off. And it wouldn't turn back on for like 20 minutes or something, so I don't know if I got some kind of weird shock or something. Like an electric shock or something. But yeah, I lost the any saplings that may have fell. I lost. I don't think I really lost anything else because I was just kind of sitting in there AFK when it happened. So that's good, I guess. But that was scary as hell. You know, my computer turned off and just wouldn't turn back on for like 20 minutes. Eventually I like unplugged my keyboard in the back and then plugged it into the 3.1 USB thing. That was the issue, and then it turned on. I don't know if that actually did anything, or I don't know if there was like some capacitors like slowly draining or something. I don't know how electricity works, right? But my motherboard isn't dead, so thank God for that, I guess. And I got all these spruce logs and these black banners, so should be good to finish up my bedroom. And, well, actually I need the armor sets for my bedroom, for the closet. But, yeah, I should be able to finish up the banners over my bed. And the catwalk in the attic. Although I do think I need some more white concrete for that. But, hey. I'll worry about that later. Did I show the gate? Because I built that too. Here it is. Okay. And then... yeah. So I think we're good. Actually, I did miss one thing. Kind of. Let's see, where is it? Right here. I wanted to extend this all the way up to the roof too. It's crazy the stuff you find that you just missed. Like this. Oh, all better now. I think leaving this hole here was pretty genius because now that all the windows are up, I don't really have a ton of ways of getting in and out of here. Ooh. Excuse me. The only way in and out is down in the caves here, or this door, my infinity pool, or the front door, or coming in through the walls, like right there. So like basically a lot of the entrances go into the basement and the ground floor, and there's really not much for the top floor. That hole in the kitchen is nice because, like, although there's a door on this side, when you're coming from the other side, you don't necessarily want to waste a rocket just to go over or around this whole building. Forgot I was gonna make a green panel. No! You... oh, freaking Enderman. Now that I came all the way over here, wait a second, there should be a minecart here. Hello? Where have you gone, little minecart? This is so annoying. Anyway, what I was going to say is I forgot the clay that I was smelting for the brick ovens. So now I need to go get that. But I guess this does give me a chance to find the missing minecart. And speaking of minecarts, I totally forgot that I need another one for the stand mixer. Really? What? Wait, what? How can this be? Shouldn't oh, you piece. Die for me, you piece of crap. Anyway, I pushed the button up there, so this one should have went. I don't know why this is here. Oh, wait a second. I think I might know what happened. Maybe I sent one down before the other one had gotten here. Yeah, that must be it. Well, that's good to keep in mind for the future, I guess. Okay, I need a rail, a minecart, and my clay. Just Speaking of which, I think I have rails. Yeah. A rail. I just need a minecart. Okay, I think we're actually, I might actually have everything I need now. I guess we'll find out in a minute. I only have 48 bricks after all that, so that might not be enough. I might actually have to like, oh I forgot, oh wait no I didn't, I have the fireplaces. I might have to kind of cheat and like fill in some of the inside with random crap. Plus I'm gonna need, let's see, 18 stairs. I don't think I can even do that. Oh, well, I can, but it uses all my brick. Well, that sucks. I think I'm gonna, yeah. I think I'm gonna try this out. I really don't think this is, I don't think this is even faster. What the hell? How did I, what? It just hurt me. Well, anyway, yeah, I don't think this is faster than just flying down there, which is so sad. It's not too bad, but see, the thing is, once you get down here, then it's like, you pretty much have to fly over there anyway. Looks like we're still working on the clay. Not gonna be enough. So what I was thinking was, I don't really want to go scour the riverbeds again. Maybe this will be enough. Let's try. This is kind of a bit of a drawback of the whole like everything's on half slab thing. You know, anything you build is gonna be really inconvenient to get on top of. Let's see, how much did I get? Okay. 2 stacks, that doesn't really seem like a lot. I think I'm probably gonna have to go get some more. Alright, I got 2 more stacks. Hopefully that's good enough. Not super hopeful that it is, but it might be. I think we need to like raise that lantern up by 1. Let's take care of this right now. Does that look better? I feel like it does. Okay, then we have this and this. And we are now done. And if we ever need the blast furnace, for some reason we have 5 of them. Honestly, maybe I should have made this one right here. I'd have some more window access and some more lamp clearance. I think it's better. Let's get rid of this. I knew I forgot something. I did not get any tripwire hooks. I knew it. I knew I forgot something. Luckily, I just looked up tripwire hooks and they were super cheap. All you need is a stick, a plank, and an iron ingot. And you get 2 for 1, which is great because I only need 4. I hear mobs. I don't like that. I really need to figure out where any mobs are spawning. It feels like they shouldn't be up here, because I feel like if they were spawning up here I would hear them during the day. So maybe they're like right outside. Or I don't know. Dude, oh, I see him. I guess that's mystery solved. Apparently I'm just realizing that this doesn't work. It's freaking great, man. Kinda looks ugly. But hey, what are you gonna do? Dude, my doors are going off. Is there a freaking creeper trying to get in here? Where the hell did you come from? Anyway. Alright, I got some stuff. I got my hooks in. I ran out of these, so I couldn't really finish, but I got most of the stuff down. Yeah, I put a glowstone here because I don't have a lamp on this side. And then over here I put down a plant. I don't know if this can actually grow here. Guess I'll find out. I feel like it should be able to, but I don't know. And over here we got some, I put some cocoa beans. I had to replace the wood behind there to make that work. This is pretty much all the stuff I could kind of find. One had maybe like a couple more melons. Maybe a brown mushroom block. But yeah, it's pretty much done. So yeah, that's pretty much the kitchen, I guess. Dude, what? Oh, never mind. The leaves weren't loading in, so I thought I just spawned a giant tree with literally 2 leaves. No, it was just taking a while. I'm an idiot. I forgot Silk Touch on the melons. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Okay, one big tree later. And I think we're probably good. These are like the ovens. It's like the oven window in the front. Oh man, I don't think this is enough. Oh, it's not enough. I was too short. Well, lucky for me, I have a lot left. Alright, I think the kitchen is officially done now, I think. Oh wait, I was gonna put some more stuff up here. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that, by the way. I have to like manually do that every time. Alright, here goes. Is it too stuffed with stuff? I think I wanna remove these. Actually, I kind of like that one. And then I want to remove. Oh no. Actually, that's not that bad. Yeah, I'm gonna put the hay bale over here. Kind of like that. I don't know. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. So yeah, kitchen is officially done. Yep. Couldn't really think anything to put over here. I'm sure there's something. I was thinking of putting some composters over here, but I ended up just putting one on here. So yeah, I don't really have any good ideas for this corner. I'm not really too worried about it either. So next is I think just all the rooms. As you can see, they're not really rooms yet. All the rooms just kind of look like this. Yeah, so I have the rooms and then I have the front wall. And this little artificial stone mound. Once I do all that, the castle will actually be done. And I can start working on the Ocean City and the dungeon. I'm kind of thinking I want another portal. I was considering right here actually. Leave this whole thing. Put another into the floor. And the ceiling maybe. The only other place I could really think of was like down here, maybe like all the way down there somewhere. Oh man, I totally forgot I still have all this crap to clear out. Oh man. And I forgot I also need to finish this, whatever this is going to be. I'm kind of leaning towards, I don't know, meeting room. Kind of leaning towards that just because I feel like it'll be easy. You can just put like a big long table across the middle. But I want a workout room too. Kind of thinking maybe the workout room could be like in here. Like you just come in here and then it's like I don't know, the well is here, so that's kind of in the way. Maybe just like right here. I have to dig all the snow away, of course. So much work to be done. I also need to like put some dark oak trapdoors over these lights. Yeah, I also have one more little detail that I was about to do. I just had to go all the way back to my base to get some more chains. But yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Because this little bridge was looking a little barren to me. feel like it looks a little better now. Maybe I could put my nether portal like right in the middle of this bookshelf. Let's see. Yeah, there's a wall on the other side, so could do that. I kind of have to like try it out and then go through and see where I end up to, because I want to end up in a good spot. Because the spot I go to right now in the nether, it's just like you're like in the middle of a big chunk of netherrack with a green and red forest on either side. There's no real like easy clear path to open air, so it's not the best for quartz mining. That's why I'm hoping to get another portal that comes out in a more open area. And I don't know if I ever showed this either, but I did my banner. I don't know what you call this. Canopy, maybe? Curtain, something like that. And then I think I showed these. I don't know if I showed them with the armor on. I still need like a leather and a netherite and finish up the chainmail set. Although I suppose you could say the netherite, I'm wearing it. So maybe I should just put like a netherite chest and helmet on this one and then take the gold helmet off of this guy. For the realism, you know. Since I'm wearing that stuff, obviously it's not going to be in my closet, right? So yeah, that's a cute idea, I guess.